and some of the names that's on the roster right now for AEW is Hangman Adam Page, Brady Rhodes, Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker. I don't know who that is, but Chris Jericho is on the roster. Christopher Daniels is a guy. Put an asterisk by Christopher Daniels. Cody Rhodes is another guy. Frankie Kazarian is signed with AEW. Put an asterisk by Frankie Kazarian. Bad boy Joey Janela. I've heard a lot about Joey Janela. I don't really know Joey. Matt Jackson, one half of the Young Bucks. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I don't know who that is. I've never met him or anything like that. The OWE roster name from OWE announced as participating, including SEMA and the Good Heart Stable. I don't know who that is. These guys, it's a lot of guys that's going to be able to make names for themselves. Pop, we know who that is, a.k.a. formerly known as Neville. Penelope Ford, I've never seen her. Actually, it's a picture of a girl and a guy. Both of them got long hair, so I don't know which one is Penelope. Let's get that straight. Scorpio Sky. I've seen Scorpio Sky. He's been in the business for some time. Jungle Boy has signed with the company. Phoenix, just see, has been added to the roster, as well as Pentagon Jr.
No, that's a big one. Pentagon Jr. is good.
Boom. There it is right there. I mean, I just ran it down. 17 names on the roster right now. But I noticed in here it just said Matt Jackson. It didn't say Nick Jackson.
Well, I think it's safe to say they're both on the roster.
I don't know. Maybe one is holding out for more money. You know what I mean? They already might be having troubles. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. And you guys probably wonder why I put an asterisk by Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. That's probably what people wonder. And the reason why I put an asterisk by those guys is because, as you notice, just about everybody on that roster right there, I said I really didn't know a whole lot about those guys. But Kazarian and Daniels, I know a whole lot about these guys. These guys have been around a long time. They've been in the business for quite some time. And the thing is, my question is, do you sign Kazarian and Daniels because they're talent? Or do you sign Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels because they're good buddies?
I think more because they're talent. I really do. And I also think that it doesn't hurt to have a veteran presence in a young locker room. You know, there are a lot of talks right now about the Lakers want to pick up Carmelo Anthony, right? Just so they can have a veteran presence in the locker room. Now, Carmelo's best days behind him, we know that. You know, are Frankie Kazarian and Chris Daniels' best days behind him? Just probably based upon the amount of time they've been in the business. But it doesn't hurt to have a veteran presence in your locker room.
You know, I mean, I agree. You know what I mean? Me personally, if I'm going to have some veterans around, they're going to be in the production room. They ain't going to be on the roster. That's just my opinion. It's just like reality of wrestling. I need you to look at this thing differently. I need you to look at it fresh. I need you to look at it from a perspective that has never been seen before. And when I see a guy like Kazarian, when I see a guy like Daniels, I see TNA. It's just a constant reminder. You know, all the rest of these other names, Phoenix, you know what I mean? Those guys, you know, I never heard of these guys before. You go, man, I want to check this guy. I want to see what he got. You know what I mean? When you say Christopher Daniels, I say, oh, I know what he got. I've seen him do the moonsaults a couple of times. I've seen Kazarian. You know?
Yeah, well, then why are you saying the same thing about Chris Jericho?
Now, you know what? Chris Jericho, brings star power. You know, Chris Jericho is like, Mick Jagger. You know what I'm saying? You know, when Mick Jagger walk in, man, you don't ask, how old is this guy? You go, man, that's Mick Jagger. You know what I mean? Man, I got to get an autograph. Let me get a man. You think I can get a picture with him? You know what I mean? That's what you think when Mick Jagger walk in. You know what I mean? And that's what Chris Jericho brings to the table. Not saying that people don't, eyebrow don't raise when Daniels and Kazarian walk in, but not like Chris Jericho.
Right. I mean, Chris Jericho, one of the most recognizable stars. He
worked with me. Of course he is. You know what I'm saying? So a guy like Chris Jericho brings so much more to the table. But all the rest of those guys on the roster, man, that's it, man. And I wonder, what these guys got. What are they going to bring to the table? Are they going to come out and do something different? Could that be a mistake? Could that be one mistake already made? By AEW. Signing guys that people already know. Because me personally, if I'm going to start something new, it's going to be fresh. You ain't going to know nobody on the roster but me. That's it. Just like it is with reality of wrestling. It's not a whole lot of ex-WWE guys. It's not a lot of ex-TNA, WCW guys from the past or anything like that. It's a bunch of fresh new guys, and that's what I feel AEW, is going to be bringing to the table. Something fresh, something new, and that's what people want to see. People love seeing new things. They love seeing something fresh. Something fresh out of the box and it just take off. I'm talking about, Facebook take off, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like this. Done right, this thing could blow up. Done wrong, man, this thing could blow up. So my thing is this: what are we gonna have?